Everybody, this is Down with the Vlog of Many Things, and with us is the normal group minus Eric Tencar. Tencar's taking the night off. And with us is Jeff, aka Death Angel Shadow, Bad News Bards.
That's
How you
right.
doing? Good evening.
You're going to be Eric tonight.
You're
I,
gonna be
oh, I
Eric
get to.
tonight.
Oh, I don't know if that's some big shoes to fill.
Oh, so Bad News Bards.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
We've been down for about a week. We had technical issues with me last week, but Glenn and Tom did a live on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Tuesday lunch. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gas bagged.
Pick up the slackers' work. I appreciate it.
holding up the fort, so to speak.
Yeah, they were. Let me go to chat here real quick.
Represent.
Yeah. So, Jeff, how you been doing?
I've been doing all right. Busy with work and doing the show and trying to keep things going. Of course, everybody, a lot of folks are heading out to Wisconsin this weekend.
EggCon.
Yeah. I wish I could go, but I went to North Texas and CNY back to back last month, and I just couldn't swing it yet. So
yeah, you're in Tennessee, so it'd be a little bit of a drive for you.
Yeah.
CNY was a little bit of a drive. Yeah, that took a while. We drove up there. My wife and I both went up to CNY. She wanted to meet Rachel in person, so we got the game with them, and that was kind of cool. Eric and Rach. Of course, I met Eric out at North Texas earlier, a week before. So, but
so Glenn, Robert Stanton says, "How you doing?"
Hello, Robert Stanton. Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. I hope you are too.
By the way,
time to get this out of the way. Buy my book.
By Glenn's book.
By Glenn's book.
Yeah.
We're good.
So, so interesting. I'm going to break this over to Tom real quick. Tom was doing some research on you today, and it seems that you exist, but yet you do not exist.
Who, me?
It's truly funny. So, Don has been like, yeah, we got to do, we do a little research on the guests, have intelligent questions.
Silly me to demand that, right?
Right. So I Googled because I saw the show tile was Jeff, the Bad News Bards.
Yeah.
And so I Googled that, and Google told me that, social media, blah, 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 and also known online as Death Angel Shadow. And I'm like, I know that name.
Yep.
So then I go to Gemini, and I go to Gemini, just because I use it as a research assistant. I said, what can you tell me about Jeff, the Bad News Bards, a.k.a. Death Angel Shadow? And normally AI likes to kiss your butt. This time it went, nope. It said, it appears there may be some confusion in the name or title you provided. There's no widely known individual or entity by the name of Jeff, the Bad News Bards, or Death Angel Shadow. So, according to Gemini, you don't exist.
Like Fugly said, Schrodinger's bad.
But here's the funny thing: is Gemini is Google.
Yeah.
It's all the same ecosystem. So Google knows who you are and believes you exist, but Gemini does not believe in you.
Yeah, well, my nick I've been using it since the 80s. So pre-internet. This is my old BBS sysop name.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. BBS. Those were the days.
Yep. Had a FidoNet BBS. I was connected to FidoNet.
I was on BBS. It was fun.
Still remember that address.
Not fun to get on, but it was fun.
40 years later? 40 years? Is it 40
Hush
years?
your mouth. Your age on the screen. Robert Stanton, it has to be, I think, on your end real quick. Robert's having some communication or some
BBS.
issues.
I wasn't even Smokestack Jones then. Wow.
Oh yeah.
I was Basil Fawlty.
No, I got into computers pretty heavy as a kid. I'm an IT guy now, right?
Oh,
So that's what I did. Oh yeah, FidoNet, man, all the way. I remember sending email to Australia on FidoNet, and it only took like a couple of days to get there and a couple of days to get back.
What kind of tech stuff do you do?
Well, mostly these days I deal with Oracle. So when I heard you talking about SQL, I kind of chuckled a little bit.
Yeah, we're not big enough for Oracle. That's for the big boys. We play with the little lightweight stuff.
Well, I do Postgres too. I work for.
Oh, that's the funny thing is I like Postgres as a database. I do not like Postgres when it comes to actually troubleshooting it and adminning it because it is a pain when it breaks.
Yeah.
Steve's an IT guy.
Yeah, I Linux admin.
Yeah, that's what I deal with mostly. Well, we were using CentOS until IBM screwed that up.
Yeah, same problem we had. We used Alma. Well, we switched from CentOS to Alma when IBM threw them under the bus. So
that's what we're doing too. Alma.
Yeah.
Alma 8. Yeah. Yeah. We have a Kickstart, not to be confused with Kickstart. Kickstart.
Right.
But we have a Kickstart that we do that has Alma 8, 8.1, I think it is, or whatever. And so it's a pharmacy management software company. I'm just
okay.
I'm just a lowly IT guy in the particular division that handles these interfaces.
Hey, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we talked about this or you wrote it on your bio, but you said something about Don being on one of your shows.
Yeah, Don.
Yeah,
I've interviewed Don before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had him on along with was it Roger? I think was on
Oh wait, that's when we did the mutual. Okay, now I got
it was the rise of the small conventions. Yeah, the rise of the Minicon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was kind of IT is the new hit. Yeah. The IT crowd is one of my favorite shows. If you've ever seen it,
That is so real to life too.
Almost every one of those situations I've been in, except for not the robot, but Windows Vista. Yes.
Oh, that was a horror show.
That was.
So you are, if I may ask, you are currently planning a game con.
Yeah. So I was looking around for something here in the vicinity, and especially once I got into switched gears and went back to OSR and OSR adjacent stuff, and I couldn't find anything anywhere near me. So I went to one convention up in Knoxville, and mostly it was Warhammer and the Star Wars counterpart to Warhammer. With the big 8-foot tables, and that took up the majority of the floor space, and the few tabletop games that were there were relegated to the mezzanine level, and they were here and there, and they were all playing 5th edition, and I was already over 5e at that point, and I'm like, wow, we need something that's kind of focused on that. So, not finding anything. I'm working on putting one together. So,
and as far as I'm concerned, you win the coolest con name. Smoky.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I created a company called Smokey Con Productions. So,
which is kind of ironic given the Canadian fires right now.
Well, yeah. Believe it or not, we're not getting anything from that. I got a buddy.
Oh, we're getting slammed with it.
Yeah, we're getting hit heavy with it here.
Are you?
Steve lives about 30 miles south of me. We're getting hit hard with it here.
Oh man.
So I'd like to ask you a question while we're on the con topic, and because I actually, after I got that rejection from Gemini, I went and found your YouTube channel for the Bad News Bards, and then I had Gemini analyze it. And one of the things that it said you did was make sure I got the name right here. It's the Underground Online Gaming Convention.
No. So I had that. No, that's Bill Sylvie. That's the Dungeon Delvers convention.
Okay. Oh, that
I
wasn't
had
you
him
then.
on as a guest. Yeah, he
Okay.
was on as a guest when
See, therein lies
the fallacy
pain
of yeah.
of using Gemini as a research assistant.
Absolutely, do not. I do not want to take credit for his stuff. Bill is a great guy. He's
Well, I'll go look that up then, because that sounds fascinating.
yeah, that's in Orlando too. Well, in the Orlando, that's where he's out in the Orlando area, and I think he's got like 10,000 subs, so he's looking at putting one on down there too.
Nice.
But he has an online one that he's been doing for a number of years. So, and he's a great guy. He's written an application called Crom, which
Crom.
Crom, yeah, which is funny because I'm on a Babylon 5 retrospective, and we had Peter Jurczyk on, and he, of course, everybody knows him maybe as Londo from Babylon 5, of course, but he was also Crom in the movie Tron. So,
Ooh.
Really?
oh yeah,
Did not know
yeah.
that.
He was also in a number of episodes of MASH. He was in a couple episodes of MASH. He was in Barney Miller. He was
Barney Miller. Those were the days.
yeah. I think that was kind of his first gig. But
Barney
he was
Miller,
yeah,
Quincy.
yeah. He was on. He was such a delight, and we had him on for a couple of hours, and it was awesome. He is such a nice guy. He can't really do any stage thing anymore for health reasons. The stage lights,
You can see
stage
that.
lights, and his eyes, I think, kind of don't work together anymore. But man, what an awesome guy. So
Yeah.
So, in planning a Smokey Con, what are you on? You want it to be OSR based, right?
yeah, well, OSR and OSR Jason. So the way I'm looking at it is anybody who wants to play any old school D&D or run any old school D&D, that would be one of the things. If anybody wants to run something like Hyperborea or Dragon Slayer or Shadow Dark, that's the type of stuff I'm looking for. Anything that's either old school or has the old school feel, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say, oh no, that's 5e and turn my nose at it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not.
Now, North Texas doesn't allow 5e, do they?
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah, they finally had, I think, a few years ago, that's like, okay, 5e is here, but the majority of it is OSR.
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
They just put the 5e in the back corner.
Well, like I told Professor Dungeon Master last Sunday, we had him on the show. By the way, I don't know if you've seen his Kickstarter, but he is about to cross the $1 million mark. So
Oh, really? Wow.
in 2 days. 2
Oh,
days.
nice.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to get a hold of him so I can send him my book.
He,
I couldn't believe how much he's getting for that.
yeah, I think I told him kind of in a everybody does a pre-show, a little bit of after wrap up type of thing, and I told him, I said, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how well this thing does.
Yeah.
And he's like, God, I hope so, because he was a teacher for 30 years as was his wife. So God bless him, man. They're at 965 right now. And
I'm looking at it right now.
28
Holy
days.
shit. 28 days and at 965.
Yeah.
So, he's going over.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, definitely. And he deserves all of it, man.
Do you remember his early days of his show when he was like, people were like, you should do an RPG, and he's like, nah.
Yeah.
And now here he goes. It's going to be $1 million. It's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. I'm not even sure what to guess. I figured he was going to cross 1 million, but I didn't think he was going to cross 1 million quite this quickly. I figured 750, and then he was going to kind of that gentle slope for a little bit, and then maybe make it up.
Plateau a bit.
Yeah, but no, man, he's skyrocketed past everything that I thought. So
yeah. Wow.
Well, good for him. I mean, I like it when I see kind of like an old school style game really hit it like that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
And he's working with the guys from Roll for Combat, and I mean, he's got a lot of friends. You know, Kelsey Dion, you know,
Hmm.
was doing a module. Of course, he's basing it. You know, it's basically kind of an extension on the Shadow Dark rule set, tailored towards these unique classes that he's doing. But
Hmm.
um, it's just it's such an awesome looking thing. And he even says, look, if you want, you can run this with any OSR system
Yeah.
Yep.
with little adjustment. And I tell people that all the time, and you know, don't throw away your 5e books or adventures, because you can
No.
always convert them, you know.
And that's the thing a true DM can do. I mean, they can go ahead, they can convert, they can go ahead and modify it if they need to. So, but I think a lot of people get so pigeonholed into a system, they kind of lock, they kind of lock their blinders in place, and they just can't kind of see the forest of the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that, Glenn?
Yeah, I know.
Right, oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Guilty as charged. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I locked into stuff a long time ago.
So
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Bad News Bards.
Mhm.
What made you start the YouTube channel?
When did I start the channel?
No, what made you start it?
Oh, what made? Well, so originally years ago, and this is we the name of the channel. I started on Twitch doing just a live stream, live plays with my buddies. I was still running 5e at the time. I'm a forever DM, and in fact, until recently, I had not been able to play. You know, and now I'm actually getting to play. I've done more gaming probably in the last 3 months than as a player. But we did I would stream stuff just on Twitch, and eventually I'm like, hey, you know, I should try and do YouTube. And of course, it was called the Scale and Scroll, was the name of it, because that was the name of the adventuring company, right? That my players had. And unfortunately, you know, everybody kind of got locked up there for a little brief while. And my buddy unexpectedly passed away. He was one of my
Sorry to hear that.
coworkers. He was my coworker. He was a roommate for a while. He's the reason that my wife and I got out of Florida and got up to Tennessee, and we were both on the same team for work. And he unexpectedly passed away at the young age of 42.
Wow.
And my wife and I had just closed on our house and moved in. We hadn't even been here for a month yet. We still had stuff at their house.
Oh, gee.
And yeah, and that kind of put a halt on my gaming in general. Because one of my main players, you know, I lost one of my main players for tragic reasons. But also, he and I were a team at work. We were the the department, and now he's gone. Now I've got to do all the work, you know, and um you know, so I didn't have time, and that kind of hurt everything. Well, fast forward, you know, getting that itch. I'm like, man, I need to find some. Yeah, we appreciate that, man. Um, I still miss him today. But he, like I said, he was a good soul. Um, but he, you know, by losing him, it kind of broke up our gaming thing, because he had moved up here a couple years before me, and we had been gaming back in Florida. So he was the remote, and I was with the rest of the group, you know, and then I wound up moving up, and so now he and I were remote from them, but you know, so those were the stuff that we were streaming. So I still have that on there. Yeah, 42 was really really bad. But any rate, come fast forward. I've been looking for people to game with, and um, trying to find conventions. Like I said, I mentioned went to the one. Uh, and I was helping Jason with Sci-Fi for Me TV out, and that's when we had you, Don, and Griff Morgan, and we're supposed to have Mike. Bad Mike was supposed to be on with us, but then he had to he had to move Christmas up for the grandkids early. So, uh, but Jason kind of said, you should just go ahead and do your own show and launch that. And I'm like, all right. So I rebranded my channel. It's been rebranded a couple times now. Everybody kept tongue twisting it, so I figured, well, we'll just go with the flagship show, the Bad News Bards, and that's where we are now.
Gotcha.
We got 35 episodes come. The 35th episode is coming up.
So, your convention you're trying to pull together, is it just you? Or do you have like
Right now, I've got a couple of guys that I've met up with that one in particular that lives down in Georgia that is helping me, and of course I've got my wife. So we're still looking. I am taking the long approach for this. I want to do it right, and I
Yeah.
want to make sure that the venue is an affordable venue.
That's huge, by the way.
Yeah. And it's the whole balance of, because I've talked to Tom from ShireCon, Tom Wilson. I've talked to you, Don, and I've talked to Roger Rivas from CNY Con. Bunch of different folks. Of course, Griff Morgan, and he's got the Arnicon, and I try to get advice from all these different people and look for different options. And I think what I'm looking for is something for a first year. I've got a venue that's pretty reasonable. It's not too far. There's unfortunately it's not in a hotel around here. The hotel, the only hotels that have big ballrooms are either out in Gatlinburg, which are prohibitively expensive because of the tourist area, or right at the airport, and I know how much that is.
Yeah.
So,
well, a little bit of advice is, use bargaining power with them, because one thing that they want is they're really big on return events, and just say, listen, you give me the right price. If you do A, B, and C, I'll sign a 5-year contract with you.
And
but
if you can hit, oh, sorry, go.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and also if you hit their off season, even better.
Yeah,
they got to fill that hotel up the whole year.
Yeah. Well, and there's certain times of the year, of course, when we've got but no, SMOKY, Smokey Con, like the Smoky Mountains, not Smokey the Bear. Getting young. Well, I've got some folks that are willing to volunteer. They want to see this. A lot of them I met through the Troll Lord Games guys, because they are big CNC guys, Castles and Crusades, and I love the CNC system. I think it's a very thought out. I love the aired world, which of course is their counter to Greyhawk or whatever. So I met some folks through that, and they're one to they're like, yeah, definitely we should do something. And so but it's a long-term plan. It's not something that it's not going to happen this year. It's going to be next year for sure. That's I want to make sure that I've got dotted all my I's, crossed all my T's, and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 53.
53. Okay, you still have good years to to get the con going. Okay.
Yeah, you're younger than me.
Really? I don't feel it all the time.
I was going to say 30s.
Yeah,
You're probably the youngest here.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're the youngest here, I think. Yep.
And no gray.
It's hiding in
I take it you don't got 4 daughters like I do then.
no. I have a stepson who's married. He's wow, he'll be 30 in January, so
So,
his wife is in the Navy, and they live over in Virginia, and you know, that's about it for me. I don't really, my wife and I, we at this point in our lives, we joke about being adult orphans.
welcome to the club.
Yeah, I mean, it happens with the age.
It's
But-
the daughter-in-law at Norfolk, or is she at a different one?
Yeah.
Oh, she's at Norfolk. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. My
well,
dad.
right now I think she's at the UAE. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, my dad was on a destroyer out of Norfolk.
yeah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, she was on when she was originally active duty, and I know she was on the USS Nitze when the Iranian whatever National Navy or whatever the Iranian Guard National Navy or whatever they are. They've got these basically these inflatable pontoon boats with machine guns on them that they were trying to harass some of the ships, and yeah, I think
That didn't work out.
not work out well for them, no, because they spun that boat around and fired over their head, and they turned around and ran like the cowards they are. So
I'm curious, Jeff, what's your go-to for sci-fi role playing?
which kind of sci-fi?
Ah, okay. Tom, help me out here.
Traveler. Is there an RPG that you play?
So I mean, if you want to be, and the reason I ask is because I really loved Cyberpunk 2020 back in the day, and I couldn't get anybody that wanted to play it. So instead, we went. They were like, "Oh, you should try this Shadowrun game." So we played Shadowrun hard and heavy for a couple of years, and it's basically Cyberpunk with throw in fantasy.
Yeah, with fantasy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Now I have Traveler sitting over there. I'm dying to run it, but I got to get people. That's the hardest thing. Is especially when it's very people don't understand how hard it is when you move from an area that you grew up in and all kinds of people you could game with to an area where you're kind of even though I've been here for 7 years now, you're still kind of an outsider. I'm in the rural area right where I'm at, and yeah, I can go to Knoxville. It's about 45 minutes for me to get to Knoxville.
Yeah.
But I like Traveler. I've tried Mothership, didn't have a good experience with it. But I've been told that that's because the warden that we had probably was new and inexperienced at running games, and I can understand that. So I am willing to try it again. But yeah, I really like Traveler. I like the idea behind it. So that
No.
would be probably.
Yeah.
Things and stuff 4620 mentions Space 1999. Aren't they coming out with a new version of that?
Yeah, I think there's some new Space 1999 products coming out. But
What system is it using? Is it
I'm
owned?
not sure. I think Jerry Anderson's estate is doing a thing, and
Mhm.
so
I know it wouldn't be D6. I know that they wouldn't do that. I
so,
don't
yeah,
think.
I've heard a lot of good things about Worlds Without Number.
love that
yeah.
rule set.
Stars Without Numbers and stuff like that. So I have not tried it.
Look at it.
I have not gotten it. And that's one of the things that we like to explore is all these different systems. I'm on a Monday stream with Erudite DM, and right now Dan, one of my co-hosts, he's running He's running Hyperborea,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
which I'm really digging Hyperborea, despite my untimely death by a kitty cat. Well, 1,200-pound saber-toothed tiger, whatever. Unfortunately, I underestimated how close the cat was to me when I decided to cast a levitate spell, and at only a 10-foot move per round speed. That didn't get me high enough up the ground to be any more than just a little cat toy, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
So, oh well.
Dungeon I ran with, they were in there and they had some bad guys. I think they were mummies and stuff. And the manager, I'm going to throw a fireball, and he tried to do it right. Okay, I'm going to stand exactly here in the doorway, blah 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 blah. And then he rolled it, and I measured it, and it's like, you are one square inside of it, and he just got burned to death.
Oh,
Oops.
man, yeah. Well, I had casted. I had cast the levitate, so I was floating in the air. And in Hyperborea, levitate is not a concentration spell.
Oh, it's not.
It's a duration spell. So when you cast it, it's active. So my lifeless body was just floating in the air about 10 feet above the ground.
Oh, look, there he is.
My entrails just kind of, what was left of me, just a plaything for the big kitty, but it was fun. I don't understand the people that I should have cheered for my character, but and then moved on, and I'm got to come up with a new one.
I don't get emotionally invested in my characters. As a matter of fact, even in D&D, I get to about 7th, 8th level, I look for a way to go out because I don't like going any higher than that. It's not fun to me.
Blaze of Glory, yeah.
I just retire him.
I don't understand people that really get that, and I think it comes with the whole idea or the notion of people seeing themselves in their character. And the last thing I want to do is play a fat old white guy in a role play game. I live with that every day. Why would I want to play?
Well, be that a game, yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah.
My friend Carlos runs a fifth edition, and this is long before the book, long before all the other stuff. But I was playing LoJack, and about middle of it, I saw how deadly it is. Like, I got to get him out of here because I don't want to lose him because he's like my flagship character for everything. I'm going forward, and it's like, no, he's not going to die. I'll get him out.
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody in the group here. So we don't like playing. Don says he doesn't like playing past 6th or 7th level. So has anybody here ever done domain play? I know that was the end game that Gygax envisioned, but I never did domain play.
No.
Maybe somebody in chat or.
And I've looked at possibly getting Axe too. I know Alexander McCrease, he's gone all in on that. I mean, that's what Axe is, Adventure Conquer Kings, right?
Yeah.
So I like the idea of it. I've had my players that have, established themselves, in fact, the Scale and Scroll Adventuring Company, that's what one of the things they did is they got deed to a building that, it was a little haunted, but whatever, they made peace with the ghosts and, live and let live. And set up a trading company, and they started going out, and so they were going beyond any of the pre-published modules. I was throwing other stuff at them, but I think they were maybe max 10th level. I don't think they got,
Roger's wondering who we got on here.
Oh, hi, Roger. I mean,
Hi,
hi, that Game Master Roger guy. I don't know who you are.
He says, I'm trying to push more, I'm trying to push is more now for those players who want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting, to me, it's an interesting type of gameplay, but I just never got into it. even as a DM. Thingiverse or things and stuff. 46 Chance to Glow, such a neat person into movies. If you had the legal chance, could pick one classic movie to be an RPG? What would it be, Glenn?
Ooh.
I was going to cop out and say D&D, The Last Move. No, that's interesting. That's very interesting. In fact, I got it. Dick Tracy. He didn't say fantasy. He just said RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm big like on gangbusters and stuff, and I'm always yanking movie plots for that. But I played westerns in fantasy before, and that works too.
I would nominate Battle Beyond the Stars for sci-fi RPG.
Oh, good choice. I found out the worst movie is probably the best plot for a game. Because you just went, oh, that's terrible. And you start thinking like, I would have done this, I would have done this. Next thing you know, you got an adventure. Crazy. Thought I heard something. Anyway.
So, the thing is Roger wants to know what's up. Roger, if you come on our video on time, you would go ahead and learn a lot. We've been on here for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Learning much about Jeff. He's gonna kick me in
Roger's
my
got
balls
my
when he's
Roger's
losing.
got my phone number. So.
Yeah.
Tune in next time.
He knows too much about me.
Folks, tune in next time for Learn About Jeff.
Yeah.
Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea for a TV show as an RPG.
That
I mean, it might work. I mean, the thing is it's really focalized role play though. It would be. I'm not sure how broad you could get into it.
See, that's one of the things. Like, I'd like to do something set in the Babylon 5 universe because we've really gotten into that. But I've kind of come to the conclusion that you would be neither the crew of Babylon 5, or you would be a patrol, or you might be I would think it would be set in that universe, but that would not be that would be like the main waypoint maybe of it, but you would actually be going out and doing other stuff because you're not going to mess with the canon of the thing. Everybody gets really kind of
touchy.
The problem with Dragon. Never mind.
Now, I'll tell you a sci-fi moneymaker, and that is, but they'll never license it, and that is a Star Trek RPG.
Oh yeah,
it's been done a couple of times,
but not I think licensed properly in the sense that well done.
I remember FASA had it out for a while.
Well, FASA, I mean, yeah, FASA back in the days of Scuzzy Nielsen and Worm Tongue and all the rest of the guys over there, and doing Vor. Yeah, okay, the days of Vor they had it, but I mean, come on. Just because FASA touched it doesn't mean it was well done, guys. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, I remember FASA.
Well,
they think they did Cyberpunk 2020, didn't they? Or
well, I sat there. I came home from on leave from the Army, and I played airsoft with Mike Scuzzy Nelson and his pals down there in Illinois and Indiana. I used to go down there because that's where Mike was the developer of Vor. Mike Nielsen. He developed Vor, and a guy named Worm Tongue and Tom Treacher. They did all this. They did a lot of sculpting down there for FASA.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
So, but FASA has long been gobbled up, and what they did to those guys was just horrible with Ralph Partha and such. But that's for another show because I'll start being a dick on here if I keep talking about it. Because
well, they did have D6 Star Wars, so
yes,
Shadow. So FASA did
and
Shadowrun. FASA did Shadowrun.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like, yeah, man, we loved Shadowrun, but
yeah,
from what I've heard, the newer edition is not very good.
Yeah,
6th edition, I think they're on.
Wow,
are they on 6 already?
I think so. I I saw it and I'm like, I was tempted, and I'm just like, glory days. Bending canon and handing it everyone. Well, actually, what's funny is if you know what happened to Babylon 4 and the other Babylon stations, if you watched the show, Roger, you would actually know that we know all about Babylon 4 and where it went.
Ooh.
I bet James's brain one con when I said, you know what would be really cool for whatever sci-fi is? If you go into the Star Wars universe, find a swamp-like planet like what Yoda was on.
Dagobah.
Yeah, and do the Dukes of Hazzard in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
And
I like the idea of I mean, Firefly is kind of a cool thing. You know, I like that concept. Maybe a little polished, a little bit better. I know the people that love Firefly to death, and the people that don't hate it. So you know, it's kind of there is no middle ground. I think for a lot of people with Firefly, I like it, but
I never got into it.
yeah, I think it would have been better had it gotten to go on beyond that first season.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 blew up, 2 blew up, 3 blew up, and 4 poofed. Yes, 4 did poof. Yeah, 4 poofed into the future or into the past. Or
Or
where
something
is it?
like that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, now I
it's
have to
been
admit
changed.
something here. I'm going to say something on camera that's going to shock Roger and Death Angel Shadow. I have never watched one episode of Babylon 5.
Neither has he, according to him.
Oh,
He would
really?
never admit it. He's like, yeah, it's that deep space Babylon 12 thing show that you watch. You know, he's
See,
always
well, I'm willing to admit my inadequacies here on camera. So,
And
Yeah.
boy, never mind.
yeah. We're on the 4th season of that show, so we just did episode 5, I think, or 6, 5. I think 5. We wrapped up the Shadow War, and now we're moving to the Earth Civil War. So
Wow. So this guy, this thing and stuff mentions about Legends of the Lost Artifacts clone of Indiana Jones. I did not say anything pulp on purpose because pulp just seems to be one of these genres where if you're in it, you're really in it. But if you're not, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? I think more people who create games like that too, better than people who actually play them.
yeah, true. And Fugly says Firefly is coming back animated.
yeah, it is.
Really?
I was actually kind of disappointed that it was going to be animated. Oh, I was like,
DS9 rules.
well, you know, J. Michael Straczynski might he's still got a bone to pick with some people about Deep Space Nine. There's a lot of rumor going back way back when, but of course the last episode that we had Walter Koenig on it, who is a recurring bad guy.
Yeah.
And he plays an excellent bad guy, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah.
He plays the character called Bester, which is one of the Psychor guys.
Okay, because I'm not watching it there, but he's been in other TV shows.
He does the villain. I think he enjoys those roles because he was, you know, just Chekhov and Star Trek and you know, and
Yep.
and I think he really liked breaking that typecast, you know,
I think
Okay,
any
Fugly.
actor likes breaking the typecast.
oh,
Talk to you later, Fugly. Have a good time.
Fugly's at EggCon, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
No, he's at a con in Arkansas.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Real quick, Fugly, before you go, if you can, what convention are you at in Arkansas? He said he's on the east side of Arkansas.
Let's give it a shout out.
It's a good question. Well, it's so nice to talk about movies and TV and not about food for once.
Yeah, Bester was a good. Yeah, this last episode was a
Be
little.
whining about food talk, Glenn.
Oh, we could talk food. I mean, you know, I'm a picky eater though.
Believe me, we'll get there.
I like sauerkraut.
I love
Ooh.
sauerkraut.
I lost me now.
Love sauerkraut.
I love sauerkraut. Love potatoes. That's a meal. Give me some sauerkraut and some pumpernickel bread and a bottle of mustard, and I'll make a sandwich.
Some smoked pork chops.
I don't eat. I haven't eaten pork chops since I was about 5.
Good man.
I'm a picky. I eat like a 5-year-old. I haven't changed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
So,
hear you.
so what's coming up in the near future for you that maybe people don't know about, Jeff?
Well, our show is every Sunday at 9
Mhm.
p.m. Eastern time. I am on the East Coast, so that's 8 Central for those of you in the other time zones. And not with everybody at EggCon, we don't really have a guest scheduled for this, so I think it's going to be Cam, Dean, and myself. We're going to be talking about some of the different, I guess, trying to categorize some systems. We kind of are working on it in the background for how things fit, what paradigm they kind of fit together in, and stuff like that. Something the Cam, Cam is one of my co-hosts. Dean, I don't know if you've met Dean or not. He's him and his wife are working on Untold Destiny. But he's also a semi-regular on our Babylon 5 retrospective, which is how we
Mhm.
met each other to begin with. And the following Sunday, so not this weekend, but next weekend, next Sunday, we're supposed to have Alan Hammock on. So
We had
What-
Alan Hammock a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
He
we
is awesome.
He's
Yeah.
great.
I got
He's
to
an
meet
awesome,
him.
Awesome guest.
I got to meet him and played in a tabletop, but not a tabletop role-playing game at North Texas with him.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
Real quick, Things and Stuff wants to know what's the worst food you've ever had at your gaming table? Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Can't
Yeah,
be-
Cheetos and Doritos are kind of both because of the powder, the dust.
Yeah, I eat Cheetos when I'm not gaming.
And then he wants you to remind me about all the amazing food. Yes, fine. You know what? I missed
You
your
missed
con.
all
Okay,
kinds of amazing
okay.
food. Yeah, it was great. And if you ask Roger, they have the best pizza in the planet is apparently right there in Utica, New York.
That I'm gonna have to
Forget
check
New
out
York City.
because
Forget-
I make a mean pizza myself.
Do you now? You guys, you're up. What, Michigan?
Michigan
So,
Battle
so
Creek,
you
I
guys have that Detroit style.
Nope, that's actually a myth.
Is it?
There is a Detroit style, which is a real deep dish,
Yeah.
but I like just a really thin crust pizza. Is what I like. I love thin crust.
Oh,
pizza.
see, okay. So I don't like. So I like either Chicago deep dish because I didn't know if you noticed, but
Yep.
I have my loyalty.
We forgive you. We forgive you here. It's okay.
I bleed Cubby blue. You know, I do. Yeah, been a Cubs fan all my life. Born a Cubs fan, I'll die one. The funny thing is Knoxville has their AAA team is the Smokies, and they are a Cubs affiliate, so that's kind of cool. They just moved up into the stadium up in Knoxville too, so I love
I'll be
going to
there
baseball
next year, real
games.
quick, Roger. Don't worry. I will be there next year.
My wife's
wife-
already, yeah,
My wife is absolutely planning on it.
good.
So, yep. Arbiter says Chicago. You know what the thing is? I think what it is about pizza is, I just think that it just, it all depends because you got deep dish pizza, which is like a Detroit style. I really like a very sometimes I like that. Sometimes I make a deep dish,
But
but
it's
I
a-
like a real thin crust.
Yeah, I like Giordano's. I mean that's I was born up in
What?
Florida.
That's that frozen shit from Myers.
What? No, dude.
Wait a minute. You talking? Okay, real quick.
Not DiGiorno.
Okay.
Giordano's.
Okay, what is Giordano's? I think that's a regular pizza
Yeah,
place.
yeah, that's
My
that's
forgiveness.
one of them. I
Please
like
forgive me.
Giordano's. There's a Lou Maldano's is another one that we actually back in Florida we had a couple of them. I think they were probably cousins from the family that moved down to Florida from the Chicago area. They set up shop down in Kissimmee and Orlando.
Now,
Uh,
I've heard, I forget the town, but they're like, they do coal-fired oven, and there's like two of them across the street or in the same town. They're on the East Coast.
listen to Dan.
Oh, it's a small.
I like
is it-
quesadillas.
Is it Rhode Island?
I don't know.
Never mind. I just like pizza. I make it homemade all the time. So
Yeah. I mean, my first job.
When I can eat it, I like it.
oh, don't tell me your first job was working at a pizza place. So was mine. Oh, hold on. Jeff kind of froze up.
Is he?
Jeff, you there?
I've had some lag, so I don't know.
Hold on. We'll try this again.
Hey, there he is. Wow, two of them.
Oh, there
Jeff,
we go.
how you doing?
Oh, he's been demoted down.
You there?
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, that was really weird.
What did you do to me? Dan, where are you pulling plugs or something? No,
That tells you whether you're a good guest or not.
my browser crashed. What I was saying is one of my first jobs, non-IT jobs. I was worked for a pizza place, local pizza place, and we
So did
made
I.
our own dough, and we had small, medium, and large doughs. I could spin dough, but we used the same dough sizes. We made both pizza and calzones.
Mhm.
And so you could get a small, medium, or a large calzone. So you could get a calzone that was like that.
Oy.
And that was my favorite. I fell in love with
Eat that all
calzones
week.
back then.
Roger is proud of the CNY. You know what, Roger?
Yes.
I am coming now to your con next year, and I shall be the judge.
Yeah.
I deem myself the official pizza judge on that. I love pizza. I love it.
The ironic thing is I never had pizza the whole time I was there.
Oh, so he's basically going yippee 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 yippee, but he ain't backing it up with facts.
But well, the venue that he's at has pizza. But I really there was a great little Chinese place that my wife and I found.
Yeah.
It's in an old house. Apparently, that's a common thing there. A lot
heard
of
about that, yeah.
old homes are been converted in these smaller.
And they're very exclusive. They're only like 4 or 5 tables inside or something.
Yeah, it wasn't that big, but the food was great.
Mhm.
And I had the last of it when I got back here to Tennessee. So I had
See,
a cooler with us.
Locally here, we're blessed. We have a city called Kalamazoo that's local to us.
Yeah.
And it has a huge immigrant population. So we have everything from Malaysian food to German food, to Indian food. I mean, you name it across the spectrum. And it's like legit, like really legit stuff. And, it's just, I'm a big lover of Indian food too.
There's a good Indian place up in Knoxville that my wife and I've been. I like the gobi chili, which is the cauliflower that's breaded and fried in that really sticky sweet. Probably should check my blood sugar right after eating it. Things and stuff. Yeah. So I this is a first watch for me. So I have not gotten to that yet. We've been talking about where we're going with it. When Babylon 5 came out, 94, I was 21 years old. And I moved to Las Vegas from Orlando. So I moved from one tourist area. What is it? I live in a tourist. Well, I'm close to it anyways. Moved from Orlando to Las Vegas. Lived out there. The last thing I was doing was staying with the roommates, wanting to watch TV. It wasn't my TV, so I was going out every night to the casinos, and I was playing Keno and chasing and flirting with the cocktail waitresses and the Keno runners. That was I was 21, young, dumb, and well,
full of
yeah. So that's what I was doing.
Yeah. Thing says, want to know if any Polish food in our area. Yeah, Detroit area has a big Polish community on the east side, and there's a lot of really good Polish restaurants in the Detroit area. I'm kind of in the middle. Battle Creek is kind of like in the middle of the lower portion of the state. So I've got 2 hours to Detroit, 45 minutes to Kalamazoo. So we kind of have the best of both worlds. And even Lansing, where Steve's from, which is about 30, 40 miles north of me, has a heavy immigrant population, don't they, or Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've also got Cottage Inn Pizza, which as far as I'm concerned for the regular pizza places up in this area, that is the best one I've run into.
Agile Monk, how you doing there, my friend?
Buddy.
Agile Monk, hey.
Yeah, he's got my number too.
Yeah.
he's got everybody's number. He's
got everybody's number. Me and Agile had a nice God, we talked for about an hour on the phone the other day. Always great to talk to Agile Monk.
Oh yeah. He's good. He's good people. I call him the Satron Paint.
The Satron
Paint. And he's totally embraced and adopted that as his identity, the Satron Paint of the OSR tabletop.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he joined our social media site and he actually found an error on our site, which was a database updating error, which was just a little piece of code we made a screw up on. So he helped us out a lot. And we got that fixed immediately, of course, but good guy.
Oh yeah, Jerry Doyle.
Things and Stuff says, when I was going to Babylon 5 convention in Burbank, California in the 90s, Jerry Doyle loved his Muster hot dogs.
Well, let me get up. I found these. Can you see me?
Yep.
We can see you now.
Yeah. So I found these, and you won't believe they're both number 1 out of whatever.
Oh wow.
They're both. This is Jakar, of course, and this is Sheridan, which was the. So, but I got those at a bookstore that's now since closed, unfortunately. The one here in Knoxville closed, anyways. But
we forgive you, Agile Monk. I know what you meant.
I think I paid like $5.50 for them, $5.50 each.
Wow.
So yeah, that was.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a deal there.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is so I was looking for a Londo, but they didn't have Londo because this was right before we had Peter Jurasik on. So. But well. What was I saw another one that from him where he was asking about that things and stuff.
Oh, real quick before I want to say something. James Michael Spahn.
Yeah.
For those of you, we are actually James Michael Spahn funded his little bit of news, funded his Kickstarter, and we are the individuals who are laying his book out. We'll be printing his book. We'll be doing all of his fulfillment for his Kickstarter.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So that is a really cool thing to be involved with. James Michael Spahn is an awesome creator.
He is.
I mean, we're talking about a consummate professional. And what's really cool about working with a guy like that is that, like as an example, when we first contracted to do the layout, he was like, here's our Google link to the files. And it's such a pleasure dealing with a guy who, when you open up his Google Drive, it's like, here's the manuscript, here's the artwork by all chapters, here's this, here's that. And then he goes, by the way, all the artwork, you put it where you want. You're laying the book out. And I was like, oh, creative freedom. I like that. So he's awesome to deal with. And so huge shout out to James Michael Spahn.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of speaking to him. I think I met him through Eric's Discord.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely. He's him and Jim Wampler are really, or Eric Tenkar and Jim Wampler are really tight with James Michael Spahn.
Yeah.
And I actually met James Michael through Jim Wampler. Wamp asked me one day we were talking, he's like, you got time to do a project? I was like, I don't got no time to do no projects. He's like, okay. And then all of a sudden he reaches out to me again about a week later and says, well, it's James Michael Spahn. And I'm like, oh, I got time to do a project.
Yeah, I got time to do a project.
Yeah, I got time to work with J. Michael Spahn. And like I said, he's just a great guy. Great guy.
We should have Jim on sometime.
We actually had James Michael Spahn or Wampler.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah, we could get Wampler on.
sure.
You know, I'll call Jim in the morning. This shall happen.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hey, I
Dan the
got you.
Final Arbiter says the Halfling Torchbearer is an excellent human.
I'm an excellent human. I'm an excellent
Yes.
human. Oh wait,
Yes.
I'm an excellent. I drive on the driveway. I drive on the
I'm an
driveway.
excellent driver. I'm an excellent driver.
Now, have you? No, I got a question for you, Jeff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever thought about getting into game design?
Thought about it? Yeah. I don't think I'm at the level necessary yet to do it, but
Mhm.
I think I would probably would start myself with uh like setting or adventure, like doing an adventure first. I think that would be
Yeah.
my
That's a good
starting
way to
point.
break in.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think I would be ready to come up with my own system per se, but settings and adventures definitely. I think
I want to do a show where we talk about advice for people who want to get into game design.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a huge piece of advice for me to any person is, you know, the problem with a lot of game designers is what they do is they have this fantasy that what they're going to do is going to be the next best thing. And sometimes it's better to jump onto something that's already popular and to go ahead and say, how can I make something unique about it? And adventure module is a really good way of doing it because you have the flexibility and then you get the forgiveness with it because
Yeah.
nobody's judging you specifically on the system. They're more judging you on your content.
Like,
You know?
look at Agile. He's already trying to recruit us. Yeah.
Yes, that Jeff. Yeah, the Halfling Torturer is Spawn. Yes, he is.
No, I've talked to Spawn before. Yeah, he was great. We talked for quite a while too. He and I were just going on, and because I was asking him, I said, "Are you going to make it out to any cons?" And of course, he's got circumstances that kind of prevents that from being easy for him to
Yeah,
manage.
yeah,
So,
exactly. But I'll tell you what, the man for that right alone is the saint.
oh yeah,
I talked to him on the phone. Matter of fact, I talked to him on the phone earlier today.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, the man is an abs. I mean, and you know what I'm talking about, Jeff, when I say this, but you know, not only is he just a really good human being,
Yeah.
you know, what that man's circumstances are is just he is a saint. And you know, to be such a huge creative. And the thing is, he's good at what he does. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people out there that put a lot of stuff out, and it's like, okay, you put a lot of content out, but everything he does is so well done, well thought out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the mechanics are so well thought out, and Blades and Sorcery, which is his Kickstarter that we're laying out. Oh my God! If you are into Thundercats and He-Man, that is your jam. It is, and it's BX based.
Yes, it is.
Yep, it is, and yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and.
No, I never watched that show. What are you talking about?
No, yeah. but the thing is what
Right.
he's done is he's just kind of put it all together under one, you know, roof. And another thing about him is, you know, a lot of creators are intractable that I deal with. You know, it's their way or the highway. And what I like about Jeff is like the original name he had, you know, I was like, that's like really close to Thundar the Barbarian and He-Man, Masters of the Universe. And he was like, and he thinks about it, so he changed the name because he's willing to listen to the people that he works with. You know, where, you know, me and another artist that he deals with, you know, we have our own chat, and he's always asking advice, always an opinion. And it's not that he asks the opinion because he's patronizing you. He's asking your opinion because he really wants to listen to your idea.
Right.
And such. So that right there is just, yeah, he's a hell of a good guy. You know?
Roger's working on 3 systems himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger, I don't know when you have time because you got so many different things going on. Oh man. He's got Jason Bay on there talking. I think they're doing the thing on Wednesdays. but I think it would be really fun to do something Babylon 5 themed in something like Traveler or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe one of the maybe Stars Without Numbers. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look at that system yet. I've heard a lot of good things about it too.
It's an elegant system.
It is. It's really elegant.
That's what I've heard.
And the free download, well, it's in second edition now, but the free download in first edition was everything you needed as a player. So I thought that was fabulous. So you buy the book if you're the game master, and then you get your players to download the free version in PDF. And it was absolutely everything you needed as a player and nothing more. And but it was worth buying the book because there's so much more in there for the game master that I'm like, I love this. But I couldn't find any players.
Yeah. Things and Stuff says, it's asking me a question. It says, what OSR or new SR RPG is just not up to par nowadays? It seems dated. BX. BX. And I'll put it this way. There's a reason why I say it. You'll hear it announced at Gen Con. So that's all I'm going to say. So I think that BX is going to see a new life.
Is that the clones too? Are you including
I'm not including the clones.
Okay.
Things and Stuff says Savage Worlds has a Flash Gordon setting and adventures. I have to learn. Yep. Mark, how you doing? Agile Monk says, yes, Dan, you get paid as much as we do.
Yeah, double your salary. Double of nothing is still nothing.
Yeah.
You'll become
But you're almost famous, exactly. So, but Jeff, you know what? We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
We went a little bit later than we normally do, but you know what? When the conversation is good, why not?
Oh, did I talk too much?
Yeah, no, you're fine. Agile Monk says TSR has to do another money grab. Oh, don't bring jail up.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
No, I was going to say, okay, Jeff, you're good. Tomorrow we tell Eric he's out. You're in.
Okay. Sorry, Eric, you're fired. We're moving on. We're moving on.
No, I love Eric, man.
Yeah, Eric's great guy.
Eric's good people. I try to always, and I usually I get to interact. I think with you, Don, and your wife on his Saturday show. Where he's doing the Gamers Health. Like to get on there. If Jeanette's off, she'll sit there and watch it with me.
Oh, that's a great show.
Yeah, I actually delivered a full-size Han Solo and Carbonite to a game company in Connecticut. And on the way back through, we swung through New York and had dinner out with Eric and Rach. They're really good people. Really, really nice people. Rach is a real sweetheart.
He's awesome. He gave me some advice on some stuff, and this was out in North Texas, so he was helping people out. He
always does
somewhere. Yeah, I think he'd give you the shirt off his back.
He's a sweet.
Absolutely.
Not too bad for a New Yorker. I kind of like the guy.
I'm in
Eric,
with him.
Yep, Eric. He's right. Things and Stuff. Eric just released. Tom, did he release it publicly, not just members now? Yet his PDF.
I don't know.
Okay, Eric did a PDF.
I'm thinking he should do this actually.
Yeah. And it's open license. You can share. It's under Creative Commons 4.0, I think he said. Yeah. And it's basically kind of a PDF with all of his BX show content.
I think he's doing members first, and then so that he can get feedback before, and then kind of graduated.
And I looked at it, and it's well done. I mean. It is really real. Oh, Things and Stuff says it's public as of today. So, nice. Definitely get it from him. It's kind of a really good, you can look up exactly BX wise, what interests you, click on it. I mean, it's all hyperlinked. The PDF is, like I said, really well done. So hats off to Eric for that. So
it includes the episode where Don trashed BX.
That's right. The thing, real quick, before we go, I'm going to have to clarify this. Yes, and he used AI to organize it. The thing is about Eric is I know there's a lot of AI haters out there, but
Mhm.
Eric makes a good point about something. I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole here by any means, but Eric is very open about his use of AI as a research tool, which is a good way of using AI, and as a helper to him. He's not selling this; he's giving it away, and I think that's a testament to Eric and his dedication to the community,
Yes.
because he could have put like for $2 you can download this. He probably would have made some money,
You
but
could have even done a
instead,
pay what you want and made some money.
yeah. So, but instead, he's like, you know what? I'm going to give this to the community freely, and that's just typical Eric Tenkar that I know. Just giving of himself freely. I don't know how much advice I have received from that man in the 4.5, 5 years I've known him, and it's never done with a a misconception of something he's anticipating. It's always just let me help you.
Right.
And he's such a good friend. Like, I'll give you an example. I was in the car the other day, rather protracted drive, and I get this message from him. It's like, Don, da 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 da, and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So I call him up. He's like, just looking out for you, buddy. I mistyped something, and it made my intent sound differently than what I meant. And he noticed it, and he cared so much. He messaged me about it. And friends like that are very rare these days.
Yes.
And I think that's the reason why the people on the screen have such a close friendship, because we all talk. We're all willing to say, hey, and it's just, he's just good people, so all right, have a good night. Yeah, we
Enjoy
got
dinner.
to too.
Enjoy dinner. Yeah.
So Agile Monk says Eric has done a fantastic job with this. He's wonderful. Yes, he is. And then Agile Monk will have the last comment of the night. It says that's because Eric is a street cop at heart. Yep.
Was a street cop.
But the thing is Eric has a very good bullshit detector.
He
Yes,
does.
it does.
And so, Eric is really good at sorting out the bullshit from the facts, and that's what I love about the guy.
My favorite thing he would do is like bashing bad Kickstarters, and I kind of miss that.
Yeah. So, Jeff, aka Death Angel Shadow, thank you for coming on tonight.
Yeah, not a problem. I hope,
Come
It was
on
good
back.
having you on.
if anybody's not subbed to me, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, head on over to the Bad News Bards on YouTube, correct?
I just
And
Did you?
Yeah.
what's that?
He
Excellent.
just subbed. Sweet.
Yep,
Yeah.
I subbed actually a few days ago. So you gained a few new subs.
Yeah. I'll always use
So
those.
everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for all the questions, comments, and everything. Please
High
like and
five.
subscribe wherever you're watching this from. And we'll be back here. Glenn, we're going to be back Tuesday, right, Glenn?
I
Gentlemen,
believe so. Yes.
we are. Yep, because I'm back among the living. And
if not, Glenn and I will pitch hit.
Yeah.
So.
next
we'll
week,
do it.
we're going to have a special vlog of many things where we're going to have a 3-hour live, and we're going to talk about nothing about food because Glenn loves that.
Nothing about food, or totally about food?
All about food. Glenn loves talking
all
food.
about food. I'll
Plus,
be
we're
happy
going
to
to
tune in
talk
to
about
I just
food,
wanna-
and we're going to talk about food and politics. Glenn's two favorite subjects.
Chicago
Glenn?
dogs. We'll
Well,
talk
you got
about
one of
Chicago
them.
dogs.
If we're going to talk politics, I want to talk religion.
Yeah.
We'll just piss everybody off in one show. We'll call it like a 4-hour piss off simulcast. So
4 hours.
everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. Okay, Agile Monk, thanks for coming on tonight. I appreciate the support. Great talking to you the other day.
See everybody.
Good night, folks.
Jeff,
All right.
thank you very much for coming on tonight, taking the time. I know you're a busy guy, got a lot going on. So, Glenn, Tom,
Yo.
Steve, thanks for coming on tonight again with me.
Bye.
Eric, wish you well. Buy Glenn's book. And this is Don from Blogger Many Things signing off. We'll talk to you guys here.